welcome. Thank you so much for tuning into my live stream tonight. Let me go ahead on and make sure I can see your comments. So today we are going over my top 3 kitchen essentials. But first, just in case you guys do not know me, my name is Natalie. I'm a multi-passionate creative, which means I have many hobbies and I do an overabundant amount of research before bringing any product or purchasing a new product into my home. And I'm here now because I like to share all those details with you guys. So let's go ahead on and get into product number 1. So first off, we have the Corsi toaster oven. You guys, I am obsessed with this toaster oven. It is a 12-in-1 cooker. In all actuality, this is the only food preparation or heating product that you need in your home. If I didn't have a microwave or say my oven broke down, I would be fine because I have this 12-in-1 cooker. This toaster oven comes with multiple different attachments, which is amazing. We'll get into those in just a moment. Additionally, Corsi created a cookbook with this toaster oven, which makes it a super cool product to have. I just feel like Corsi put in a lot of effort and details into planning and scoping out all of the features that we are about to go over that is associated with this toaster oven. So before we open this guy up, let's just take a look at the outside. Honestly, this toaster oven is aesthetically pleasing, and I'm gonna go ahead on and turn on the light for you guys so that you can see. It has 2 vents on each side as well as the back, and that's just to help the air circulation. Corsi recommends you leave about 1 inch behind the toaster oven. Right now I have it pulled out a little bit just because I wanted it to be closer to the camera so that you guys could see. Also, the top of the toaster oven gets extremely hot whenever it's in use. So right now I have this in here because we're gonna go through my top 3 favorite kitchen essentials and I wanted you guys to see everything, but typically when I'm cooking, I do not have anything on top. Next, let's go through the actual digital screen here. So this digital screen shows all of the different cooking functions that this toaster oven has. So number 1, we've got toast, bagel, pizza, air fry, cookies, dehydrate. You can bake, roast, warm, and even ferment foods, all within this tiny cooker. It's literally amazing. The second thing that you see here on the digital screen is actually the cook time, which you can completely change based on what you're cooking. Next, we actually have the cook temperature, which you can also change. Of course, whenever you're picking a cooking function, the temperature is already listed, but if you want it to be up a few degrees or maybe you want to cook something a bit slower, you can completely modify it. You do not have to do exactly what the function mentions to you. Next, we have 3 buttons. So the first button is just the light. Anytime you're cooking or not cooking, you can turn the light on or off, which I really love. Say you're making cookies on the cookie function, so cool. You can turn on the light and just take a look to see how everything is cooking. The next one is a fan. So this fan actually just helps to maybe cool down the cooker. So say you're cooking something and you're noticing the top is burning a little bit and you want to turn the temperature down, you can do that while you're cooking, and then secondarily you can turn on this fan to really cool things down inside the toaster oven. To be honest with you, typically I don't use the fan function. I'll just open it up a little bit and the inside of the toaster oven temperature will cool down. The next button is the start button. So what you will notice here, whenever you pick the function that you want and you press start, first it says pre, because the toaster oven is preheating and this red dot is flashing. Whenever the toaster oven is preheated all the way and it's ready to start cooking, it will start beeping at you to give you an indication that you need to press it again, and then the cooking time starts and the toaster oven is fully in use. Next, we have 2 knobs to go over. The first knob is a function knob, and so basically what this is doing, and I know you guys can't see because you're quite far away, but basically what this function knob is doing is it's switching between all of the different cooking features. Again, there are 12 cooking functions in this one toaster oven. Amazing. You can toast, bake, you can make pizza, air fry, you can make cookies, dehydrate your food, you can bake, you can roast an entire rotisserie chicken, and we'll get into that attachment in just a moment. You can warm and even ferment your foods. It's so cool. Lastly, down here below, this knob actually controls the cook time. So if you want to cook something for an hour, 90 minutes, etc., you can control it there. And then lastly, you can control the actual temperature. And again, you guys, if you are not used to Fahrenheit, you can switch the temperature to Celsius. This is really a really well thought out toaster oven. Alrighty, so let's go ahead on and open it. As you guys see, the toaster oven has 3 different levels to it, and it also has 3 different baking pans to utilize. So the first pan is just a baking, what is it called? A baking, guys, remind me in the comments what this is. It is a baking, I forget the name, but you guys know it's in your typical toaster oven. This is typically what I would maybe put a glass pan on. For Thanksgiving, I accidentally made macaroni and cheese in here, and I just used a square Pyrex pan. It's super durable, super thick, and yeah, this is not really cheap material at all. The next portion is the air fry tray. So anytime you're air frying something, whether it be chicken nuggets, whether it be plantain, this is the basket that you would use to air fry anything. And guys, one more thing I just want to tell you, notice there's a little wear and tear here, right? Corsi did not just send me this, and this is not brand new. I purchased this with my own money. I've had it for about 2.5 years in my home, and I'm telling you, this is a great product. It's a product that I swear by and I use on a daily basis. The next item that we have here is the actual baking tray. So typically, and again, guys, there's wear and tear because this is actually something that I use all the time. But this is what I would typically like lay parchment paper on top of and like add an entire fillet of fish and just bake it right here on this tray. So 3 different baking trays to use. And then there's one more down here. This is just to catch any drippings, and it's for easy cleanup. Again, Corsi thought about every single feature before they made this toaster oven, and they really thought about the customer and ease of use. It's a really nice toaster oven to use. So anytime I'm cooking something that has a little splatter, I can just take this out, run it through the dishwasher, and put it back in without having to worry about the actual bottom of the toaster oven. So now that we have those attachments together, this is another attachment. So remember, I mentioned to you guys that there's actually a rotisserie function on here, which is so cool, right? So what that means is you can basically put an entire chicken, put the core of the chicken through this piece, and then of course it's going to be heavy. What you're going to want to do is use this to get it in and out of the toaster oven. And let me show you guys what that would look like very quickly. So there are 2 little lines right here that you would just, sorry guys. As you can see, I actually don't use this feature that much, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. Let me see if I can get it on here for you guys. There we go. Okay, so you have to be very careful and get that in there extremely right. And then whenever you go over to the rotisserie function, you guys aren't going to be able to see it on camera, but basically it will be slowly turning and roasting your chicken. How amazing is that? Again, they thought about everything. And then whenever it's time for you to stop cooking your chicken and you don't want to touch that because obviously the metal is so hot, again, you have this attachment. You can just easily go in, you can pick up this line, and you can just take your entire chicken out of the toaster oven. Extremely thoughtful, extremely cool. Personally, this is one of my favorite kitchen gadgets that I have. It's something that I use on a daily basis, and I greatly appreciate Corsi creating this product because it's so nice. So, one question that you guys might have is, how do I know which section to use whenever I am cooking? Also, you might be wondering which attachment you need to use. Well, Corsi provided an entire cookbook with this toaster oven, and it also has an instruction manual, which is really nice. So a lot of times I would refer to that, but again, now that you guys know I've actually had this toaster oven for 2.5 years, I no longer need the instruction manual, but as you start to use this on a daily basis, you'll start to learn which attachments to use. Also, Corsi implemented a cheat sheet directly on this toaster oven. What do you guys think that means? It's like, how cool is that? There's literally a cheat sheet, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. So right here on the glass, I'm sure that you guys can see this, or if you can't, maybe I'll turn off the light for a quick second. Okay, so you guys might be able to see there's some white writing right here. So basically there are 3 lines, and those 3 lines signify the 3 trays that can be set into this toaster oven. So whenever you're looking at the tray, there's actually words, and this goes through all 12 of the baking functions associated with this toaster oven. So if you're gonna broil something, you need your baking tray to be on line number 1. If you're going to use the toast feature, bagel, pizza, air fry, cookies, dehydrate, your tray needs to be on level number 2. And then the last tray is for anything that you're baking, roasting, warming, or fermenting. And that would be going down on tray number 3. If you notice, I only mentioned 11 of the cooking functions here. The only one that's missing is the actual rotisserie function, which I already showed you guys. There's a very special placement in here for a rotisserie chicken if you choose to make that in your toaster oven. All right, so I have to tell you guys something because, you know, I'm gonna keep it real here. Every single product has its pros and cons. I basically just went through all of the pros, but really quickly, I wanna get into one of the cons about this Corsi 12-in-1 cooker oven. So it is an absolute beautiful design. I love it, but there are 2 things that I would actually never do within this toaster oven. And that is air fry raw meat. I air fried raw meat one time and literally the grease popped everywhere. I mean, it got all over the glass, it got up above. You know, the toaster oven actually has the 2 heating prongs. It was all over the heating prongs. The oil burned everything. This is really probably not the toaster oven that you want to use if you are air frying raw meat. Now, I use the air fryer function all the time, but I'm more so doing stuff like chicken nuggets, which is great if you have kids, reheating any type of like Chick-fil-A, chicken nuggets, French fries, even frozen French fries. The air fry function is great for that. But when it comes to raw meat, it's something that I'm way too lazy to clean up. I think that the air fryers, you know, the black ones where they actually have like the tray and you stick the tray and bring it out. I think if you're wanting to do raw meat in the air fryer, that would be a better air fryer for you. But if you're not into air frying raw meat and say you just want to bake raw meat, this would be a really great air fryer for you to have, especially since it comes with 9 other functions. So I'm gonna pause there, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Please let me know if I've answered all your questions about the Corsi air fryer. Additionally, drop in the comments where you're from, and if you're enjoying this content, please follow me so that you can get notified of my other live streams in which I'll be dropping some really exclusive deals and discount codes. So I'm gonna go and see if there's any questions. So, what are some of your favorite items to cook in the air fryer? Personally, every single day I make avocado toast in this air fryer. So the toast function is very nice. Every single week, I probably bake an entire fillet of fish in this toaster oven. And also, just as I mentioned, reheating food. Say I go to Chick-fil-A, I do not eat all my chicken nuggets. It's really nice to reheat them as well as my French fries inside of this toaster oven, and specifically on the air fry function. And if you have kids and they like frozen chicken nuggets and frozen French fries, that is another great thing to really cook within the fryer basket. It's super easy to use. The cleanup is very minimal, if any at all. And those are really awesome. Let's see if there's any other questions. Do you use all of the settings? Oh, that's a good one. No, I don't. There's 12 settings on here, which is literally amazing, but no, I actually don't use all of the settings. I think I've almost used every single setting at least once. Okay, there are two, well, the rotisserie I've actually never used after, you know, the chicken story that I just now told you guys. The dehydrator, I've only used it a few times a year, and I'm actually gonna show you guys what I use it for. I really like to dehydrate my own fruits and vegetables. First off, it literally smells amazing, and if you guys are going out these days to like fancy restaurants and ordering fancy cocktails, you'll notice that all of the restaurants have like a piece of dried fruit inside of them. So I've been using the dehydrator to dehydrate fruit as well as vegetables. You can make like vegetable chips, which are really delicious to eat and very healthy. You can add however much salt that you want on them. So dehydrator, I use less. And then the next one is ferment. I've actually never fermented anything at all. I've never used that function. So those are the only, I guess, two functions I've never used: rotisserie and ferment, and then dehydrator. I only use that like once or twice a year. Also, it's really great to dehydrate these fruits and vegetables and give them away as Christmas gifts. You know, just put it in a nice little plastic bag. It's a very nice item. Let's see if there's any other questions that I still need to answer. Nope, I'm not seeing any. All right, guys, so let's move on to product number 2. The second kitchen essential that I have that I use on a daily, almost weekly basis is these stainless steel bowls. I am obsessed with these stainless steel bowls. I'm gonna move this back since we've already used it. This set comes with 5 bowls, and you can see all of the sizes here, which is, you know, really nice. Can you see? Okay, yeah, you can see. So the reason why I use stainless steel bowls is because I like to cook a lot. And so, you know, whenever you're cooking, you're mixing multiple ingredients, and you want to make sure that you have enough bowls to, you know, get everything together without having to constantly wash, and make sure you have enough space. So for me, this is really an essential that I have to have in my kitchen, and it just makes cooking and cleanup so much easier. All of these are dishwasher safe. You just pop them in the dishwasher and they're good to go. But you guys, buyer beware. Buyer beware, because this is actually the second set of stainless steel bowls that I purchased on Amazon. This brand is really good, and I actually have it linked right now below. But I purchased a different brand that was a bit cheaper on Amazon, and unfortunately, I do not feel that those bowls were real stainless steel. With just a little tiny bit of exposure with water, they were rusting. Not these ones. These are full stainless steel. I can get them wet. Guys, you know, sometimes life happens. Sometimes I have, you know, dishes full in the sink for 2-3 days. These do not rust. These are full stainless steel quality grade bowls that I highly recommend. As you can see in the inside of this bowl, I actually have a lot of marks because I've used a lot of metal mixing pans, or maybe I've used a fork, because I really cook with these a lot. And first off, you can see even in the scratches, there's no rust. Every single bowl is, you know, shiny like new, which is great. And yeah, but on that topic, I do want to show you guys one bonus item. And that bonus item is these silicone spatulas. Now, if you really want to protect your stainless steel bowls and you really want to protect the longevity of purchasing them, I do recommend that you go ahead on and purchase a set of stainless steel spatulas. Whoopsie, drop those on the floor. And the reason being is because, as you saw, there are many scratches inside of my stainless steel bowl. You might as well just get a stainless steel, a silicone spatula to mix your product around, which will help to protect your stainless steel. But this is not necessary. It's just a bonus that I threw in because, as you can see, I've used metal. There is no rusting, no tearing in these stainless steel bowls. Another reason why I really recommend these spatulas is because I like to bake a lot. So whenever I have a lot of batter inside of my bowl, it's really easy to get all of the batter out for your cake if you can just scrape your bowl with these silicone spatulas. So they're flexible, I love them, they're a really great kitchen utensil. Also, specifically, it comes with this little basting brush. Anytime I'm making ribs, it's just really easy to spread barbecue sauce all over those. Also, if you're basting chicken in the oven, take your chicken out, baste it really quick with this brush and put it back in. It's just a very easy utensil to have. So, again, those were the silicone baking utensils. And then lastly, these are kitchen must-haves. This stainless steel baking pans. I highly recommend you purchase them and keep an arsenal of these in your kitchen. They do not rust. They are high quality, but buyer beware. Please be careful. The ones that I have linked below are really great, but there are some cheaper versions on Amazon that will rust and you will be extremely upset that you purchased. So let's see if I've answered all of the questions about those bowls. So do the bowls come with lids? That's a great question. Hi. Hi, Katie. Welcome to my live. Thank you for joining. Let me know where you're from. So, question, do these bowls have lids? The answer is no. They do not have lids, and it's okay for me. I actually don't need them for lids. I actually do not store anything inside of these bowls. I just bake with them. I even can marinate my fish with these bowls. Let's see another question we have. How many come in one set? 5 bowls come in one set. So again, let me just take these out for you guys. We have the largest bowl, second, 2, 3, 4, 5. Highly recommend multiple different sizes depending on your cooking need. All right, guys, let's start getting into the next product. All right, here we go. So the next product that I would like to speak about is, you guys have been looking at them for the entire live. This is my dishware set. I actually use these dishes every single day, and I am literally obsessed with them. They are a bit pricey, but hold on, they're well worth the investment, and I totally think you guys should take a look. So, these are the Everyday White by Fritz and Floyd plate set. They're just beautiful. First off, take a look at the detail. I'm obsessed with them. They're also quite heavy. They're fully ceramic and they have a full ceramic gloss coat, which I really love about these plates. They are dishwasher and microwave safe. Each set comes with 4 dinner plates. It comes with 4 dessert plates, 4 bowls. These are like soup and salad bowls, as well as 4 coffee mugs. Now, I know that I have a lot going on here because I love this set so much. I actually ordered 2 because I needed a few more plates for myself and for my family. So that's why I actually have double of everything, but I would only order double of everything if the first set worked and it was extremely beautiful and high quality, which these plates are. One thing that I super love about these plates, so you know how, say you drink black coffee. I actually drink black coffee every single morning. One thing that I love about these mugs is that they do not stain. I'm telling you, the ceramic is so nice. There's no coffee stains in them. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. You've seen an old mug with coffee stains. And this set is about 2 years old at this point. No staining, perfect. It stays extremely clean. Sorry about that. I turned down my phone. And then likewise, as far as the actual plates go, I mean, I could take down almost every single plate. You're not gonna see any scratches. So whenever you're cooking or whenever you're eating, should I say you're cutting a piece of steak with a steak knife. Sometimes if you cut across your plate too hard, you'll get a line. Some of that steak sauce, which is really rich in color, will kind of dye your plate a little bit. Not on these. These are extremely nice, extremely high quality. Also, they don't break easy, which I love. Sometimes whenever I cook or say I have my dishes in the sink, my old dishes at least, like I would break just a bowl, just barely doing anything, just moving it around to get it into the dishwasher. This has yet to happen with this set. I still have every single piece that came with the initial set, and I'm simply obsessed with them. If you guys want to see the difference between the size of the small plate and the large plate, here you go. So the large plate is a pretty large dinner plate. You can put an entire Thanksgiving meal, I would say, on it. And the smaller plate is for salad, probably a little bigger than a dessert plate, but hey, you don't need all three, I guess. If you want to be efficient, maybe you should only keep 2. So we'll put those back. The bowls are quite large. As you guys know, I'm always telling you guys about the pros or cons. One thing that I would have loved if it came with smaller bowls as well. However, these bowls are fine. They're extremely deep. They're really great for soup. If you love ramen or pho, these are the great these are the best bowls for you. And hi, welcome in, guys. Let me know where you're from. In case you don't know me, I am Natalie, a multi-passionate creative who has many passions, and I tend to do a lot of product research before purchasing and bringing anything into my home to utilize. And I'm here on live right now just to talk to you guys about it. So yes, one size of bowl. Personally, I would like it if there were multiple sizes of bowl, but this is what the set came with. And I very much love it. So let me see if I've answered all of your questions. Are the plates dishwasher, microwave, and oven safe? Oven, personally, I've never put these inside of an oven. So actually, yes, it says dishwasher, microwave, and oven safe. Let me get that close for you guys so you can actually see it on the back of the plate. It's pretty cool. I've never actually put these in the oven, but yes, you can do all 3, and I'm telling you, they're extremely thick, extremely durable, they're not gonna break, and they haven't broke for me in the past 2 years. Do they come in multiple colors? I'm not sure. I actually have them linked below. I'm gonna say no because this set is actually called Everyday White. And I'm not sure if Everyday White is also coming in other colors. Maybe they have like an Everyday Black and Everyday Gray set, but for the set that I've linked below, I'm pretty sure it only comes in white. And it's truly white. It's not like bright white. It is a tiny bit of off-white, but it is still very beautiful. I highly recommend you keep it. Next question that we have. What are the items to the left of the toaster oven? These. Great question. So actually I have one of these products linked. So this first product to the left of the toaster oven, this is just my Scentsy. Honestly, this is like an old school Scentsy. I'm not even sure that they actually still sell this model. I don't have it linked below, sorry guys. But sometimes I just keep this in the kitchen. I currently have, banana nut bread muffin or something like that in here. It's a really great scent that I keep, but yeah, this is super old. I think this guy might be like somewhere between 7-10 years old. The next item that I have behind the toaster oven is actually linked. This is simply called a salt cellar or a salt box. I love to keep this right by my toaster oven because sometimes when I'm cooking, you just need a dash of salt. Specifically, I keep sea salt in here, coarse sea salt. But yeah, it's just a nice aesthetic way to keep salt by your stove while you're cooking. You guys know I do a lot of cooking. Also, I like everything to be very aesthetically clean and pretty, so I keep this right here. All right, any other questions? Feel free to drop them below, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out and shopping with me today. I super appreciate you. All right, so let's just do a little recap of my top 3 kitchen essentials along with the few bonus items that I threw in because I couldn't help myself. So number 1, this is the Corsi 12-in-1 toaster oven. You can literally cook with 12 different functions, which is insane. If you have a regular conventional oven or if you have a microwave, you wouldn't even need it if you had this little tiny toaster oven in your home. You can toast, you can use the bagel function, pizza, air fry, cookies, dehydrator. You can use the rotisserie function. You can bake, roast, warm, and even ferment your foods. This thing is amazing. We went through all of the attachments earlier. There's 3 different baking trays. They even have a baking tray at the bottom, which makes it super easy to clean up any drippings. And they have an entire rotisserie function, which I showed you guys how to use earlier as well. And the light function. This thing is just amazing. It came with the cookbook. It came with the how-to book. I'm obsessed with this toaster oven. And also, if I had a small office, I would actually opt for this versus a microwave. If you have kids and they love frozen chicken nuggets, throw those in this fryer basket and use the air fry function because they will come out so crispy. Also great for reheating food in case you like to go to Chick-fil-A, you don't finish all your nuggets, all your fries. Typically people just throw them away. I always save them because I know that I can get their crisp back using the air fryer function to warm it up. The next product we spoke about are these stainless steel bowls. Super obsessed with these stainless steel bowls because I do a lot of baking. This comes in a set of 5. Buyer beware. There are cheaper sets of stainless steel bowls on the platform. However, they will rust whenever just a little bit of water is, when they are exposed to a little bit of water. So personally, I love this set that I have linked below because it is tried and true by yours truly. That's me. These bowls are maybe, I'm not sure exactly how old these bowls are, but I've had them for a while. There's no rust. I've used metal on them to cook. I know I need to be more careful, but that's where these are. The next item, which is one of the bonus items, is these silicone spatulas. Specifically, they're great to use in the stainless steel bowls because they're gonna keep the longevity of your bowls together longer, which is super important. Also, the next thing that I super love and appreciate is this basting silicone attachment. Anytime I'm making ribs, I love to just get barbecue sauce and slather it all over the ribs. Also, when I'm making chicken in the oven, I love just getting the juice and basting the chicken. Every hour, whenever you get towards the end of your chicken, maybe you can start doing it every 10 minutes or so, and it's gonna come out so juicy, and you're not gonna burn your hand because you are using this baster. Oh, another one that I love is this spatula. So you guys know whenever, say you have a jar full of mayonnaise or ketchup and you get to the bottom of the jar and you just can't squeeze any more out, this spatula is made to prevent that. Because basically it's so skinny that you can stick it in the jar and kind of as I showed you guys in a normal bowl, you can just scoop out any of the remaining product. So this set is not very expensive. I think it's what, $9.99. It's just one of those things that I added to my kitchen and I never looked back. It's amazing. Also, your pots and pans, if you don't want to scratch them, say you have a non-stick coat, you should be using a silicone spatula. You'll probably want one a little bigger than this, which is fine, but that's going to protect your pan. If you're still using a metal spatula and your non-stick pans, you're actually going to ruin them a lot faster and they're not going to hold up to their longevity. All right. Oh, we got a question. Oh, somebody's asking about this organization piece. That is a great one. So this is just a typical Rubarut plate organizer. I like for everything to be organized and aesthetically pleasing, as you guys can see. It's very strong. It came in a pack of 2, I believe. And this is just how I organize my plates. Depending on how your kitchen looks, you could even use the second one to maybe organize your bowls. Perhaps you could keep the cups at the bottom and then you could organize your bowls at the top. That might be a good way to utilize this. But I super love it. It's strong, it's durable, and then it just looks clean. It's so easy. It gives me and my family a way to pull out the larger dinner plates versus the smaller dinner plates without having to, you know, pick up all of the plates just to get to the bottom of the larger plates. So really, I just have this product for ease. I love it. I think it looks aesthetically pleasing. It's easier to organize everything. And we will go through an organization live stream on my channel because I have countless organization hacks. I mean, tons. I love organization. I love everything to be easy to utilize and very clean. So I do recommend this, especially for smaller people like kids. It would be harder to have to lift up all of these plates to just get one of the larger plates. If you have them separated, it's easy for the whole family just to grab exactly what they're looking for. Again, this actually comes with 2. Another recommendation, if you're interested, I would probably put the second one up here. I would leave the mugs on the bottom and then I would add the cups or the bowls to the top. So just another way to utilize the space. Next, we're going to talk about my salt box. So this is just a little salt box. It is completely marble. It is also very heavy. I love to keep my coarse sea salt inside. I keep it right by the oven. It maintains the entire temperature because it is marble. And whenever I'm cooking and I need just a dash of salt, I open this up, grab a little bit, put it in whatever I'm cooking and close it. This never gets too hot. It never gets too cold. It's airtight. Nothing can get inside of it, which is why I love just having a salt box. Also, this is very aesthetically pleasing. So the one that I actually have links below is not this exact one because this color is currently sold out. So depending on what your house looks like, just get one that works for you. I've seen solid black ones that are also really nice with a little bit of the white marble in them, but regardless of what you get, any marble, it's gonna have some variation in it. This one is kind of like a gray and it has variations of brown because I do have this brown and black granite countertop. And I just leave it right there, very easy to utilize. And lastly, we discussed the plates. So again, these are the Everyday White by Fritz and Floyd. The set comes with 4 dinner plates, 4 salad plates, 4 soup bowls, and 4 coffee mugs. I love them. I love it so much that I actually ordered 2 different sets, which is why I have so much here. It is a bit expensive, $72 for one set of 4, but if you think about it, if you're actually using this on a daily basis and you're not using paper plates or paper plastic bowls, it pays for itself within the first few weeks. And my family, we use these every single day. We do not use paper products. These glasses are it. And they also do not break, which is super important for me. I wanted something that was durable. Sometimes my sink is piled high with dishes, and you can't have a plate that's going to break too easy when you've got a whole household running full of stuff. So guys, let me know if you have any additional questions. I'm gonna go ahead on and see if I can find any. All right, I'm not seeing any. So again, guys, happy Saturday. Thank you so much for joining in. I greatly appreciate you spending time with me tonight and shopping. For those of you who don't know me and are new to my channel, hi, I'm Natalie, a multi-passionate creative, which means I have about 15 million hobbies. And what comes with that is doing an overabundant amount of product research before I choose to buy or bring anything into my home. And I like to share all of my findings with you guys, which is why I'm here. So if you enjoyed this content, please make sure you hit that follow button. Let me know where you're from in the comments. I love to hear from you guys, and I hope that you have a fun Saturday. Bye.